Pag. We've been wanting to come here for a few reasons. One of the things that they're famous for is this kind of salty sheep cheese. We've not tried it yet, but we're gonna try to find a place on the island where we can buy this cheese and try it out. This is a little parking spot that we found on Park for Night, just north of the town of Pag on the island. People have stayed here in the last few weeks and said they had no problems. In Croatia, during the high season, wild camping is not allowed, so police will fine and make people move. But hopefully we're still early enough in the season. We're close to the middle of June now, so in theory it's still kind of pre-season. I think July is officially kind of when the busy season starts, and we still got another week or so before the official first day of summer, so fingers crossed that we don't have any issues. From here in this parking spot, you have to kind of hike down to get to the water, so we're gonna do that. It's been pretty warm. It's been pretty warm today, but one of the geographical unique things about Pag Island is that it's a pretty barren island in some parts anyways, and that's because it's pretty windy. And because it's windy, it's also why they're famous for the sheep cheese, because the wind blows the seawater onto the grass that the sheep eats, but it apparently gives their milk like a saltier flavor, and it changes the way that the end product of the cheese that you make from their milk is produced. So all of that makes this island kind of unique, so we're gonna go check it out. It has been a few days since we last recorded video. I think last time we were at the city of Gračac when Marlene and I were walking to the store and back every day. When we left that, we actually went to Zagreb. We drove pretty far, all the way north, just outside of Zagreb. We needed new mattresses, we needed new comforter covers, and we couldn't find the ones we wanted, so we wanted to get it from IKEA, which is where we got ours before. And in the entire country of Croatia, believe it or not, there's only one IKEA, and that is in Zagreb. So that's where we went. We've been wanting to go there, and since we never really left Split area this whole year, more or less, after I got my second dose of my vaccine, we went up there. And we also found a cool place to stay at, a nice campground owned by a really nice family. A small campground, like 7 or 8 sites, but it has a swimming pool, which we stayed for a few days. And we actually met fellow travelers, Joe and Jose, and their 2 grandkids that are traveling with them. They are fully vaccinated, and their kids had COVID a few months ago. So all 4 of them have protection, but we still kind of kept our distance because our kids are not protected, even though I've got both doses and Marlene is about a week away from her second dose. But anyways, it was a good time. It was kind of our first time hanging out with somebody, even though it's we're still cautious about social distancing, just because we don't want to catch it and then give it to our kids. You know, even though you're vaccinated, you can still catch enough of a viral load and transmit it. I think it's not likely, but it can happen, so we're cautious. And then after that, we left. That's in the town of Samobor, which is another place that we haven't been. And we walked into town a couple of times. It's actually a really cool little town. They're famous for their cake called no, actually it's called something else on the island, but it's called Crimsonita. What is it called? I'll put it down right. I'll write it down right here. It's either Crimsonita or Crimsonita. It's like It's almost like a tres leches cake. It's kind of a squishy, wet cake. It's one of Marlene's dad's favorites, if not his favorite. So we forgot to get it while we were there, but we know the cake. It's very good, and that's what they're known for in Samobor. And after we left there, we went to our friend's place that we met last year outside of Plivica National Park. She's got a little picnic spot that we stayed at like 10 days last year. We went back for 4 days, and we just left there this morning actually. And the reason why we left is because while we were there, and we don't know if it happened while we were there or if it happened the last place, the day before we left the last place, Toby came down with some illness, unknown, strange illness that we couldn't figure out what it was. The first couple days he was like kind of tender in the belly area, and then the third day when we were at our friend's picnic spot, it's basically her house, Toby just disappeared. We actually thought that Toby, because in that area we're sort of higher in altitude and there are forests and stuff, and there are bears and foxes and other predators. We actually thought for a good part of the day, because Marlene let the cats out more in the morning at 9 o'clock, and we didn't see Toby all day for about 12 hours. And that is really, really unlike him. So it got actually dark, and we thought for several hours at the end of the day that he had been taken by a bear or a fox or something. We really just didn't know. And then miraculously, just about when we had sort of given up hope, he came back. And the next day he was inside the van for the whole day, which is also completely unlike them. And Twin's not sick, so it's not something that they can give to each other. But Twin also stayed inside all day the next day, just to sort of keep him company, I guess. But we knew we had to go take him to a vet, which yesterday was Sunday, we couldn't go, so we waited till this morning. Went to the vet this morning. He got some antibiotic shots, he got some vitamin shots. He was dehydrated, he didn't eat, but we think he ate some either poisonous frog or poisonous lizard or something like that. And the signs are sort of pointing in that direction. Today he's bouncing back though. He's feeling better. He's a little bit more like his old self, but not even close to being 100%. So hopefully tomorrow he'll get better, and every day after that he'll get better. But yeah, just like that, we walked down to the shore. Here's the Adriatic Sea. We're back at the sea again.
It's so skipful? Yeah. That's a new word?
Yeah. I love it when rocks are skipful.
Skip or no skip?
Skip.
No skip. Yeah. Yeah, no skip.
It's a good thing I wasn't standing there.
I knew it was no skip. I got it.
Okay. Throw it from there. Throw it from there.
Skip. Standing up.
Oh, your shadow is really long.